Hey guys, welcome back to the Matrix Man Info, and today I want to discuss this topic which New York Times have compares Kim Kardashian to Sarah Baartman, and I mean the social media itself, like always, is into a frenzy. But what a lot of black people sometimes are even aware, not all of us are aware of the legacy or even the history of Sarah Baartman here in Europe when she was, brought here from South Africa as a slave. And I mean, even though, yes, we can have Kimmy K or anyone per se has compared to her, maybe of recent and even now, like I said, we haven't heard that much. I mean, even our own black community, we haven't even erect any monument, or we haven't even, looked to even delve deeper into her legacy and, make something of it. But obviously, if the white media itself or any media per se, was to jump on the back of that, or rather than monetize it or bring it to the light or into the public eyes, then we seems to have issues with it. And like I said, even when Sarah Baartman was, what she was back in the days, I mean, she was seen only at freak shows. I mean, that's where they have her back in them times. I mean, even though, like I said, I mean, you look in those freak shows back in the days is anything unusual in nature in terms of, the normal body type or, proportions and stuff like that. So it's not like she was at a gala ball or, some beauty pageant and stuff like that. That's not what was happening. So in a sense where they are having, even though, like I said, I mean, she was gifted, I mean, in many different areas, and even the name that suggests she was named Hottentot, Venus, which obviously, Venus is the goddess of love. So obviously in that sense, I mean, she was looked upon in a positive way in that sense. But don't forget that she was still seen as a slave, you know what I mean? So regardless of how much they want to compare the Kardashian, maybe the whole family with even her, I mean, like I said, I mean, they have nothing too much in common because let's be honest, I mean, this woman was in her natural form. I mean, there's nothing natural about the Kim Kardashian family right now. So to have a natural person has compare, yes, you could say, I mean, in terms of what her figure is, but like I said, I mean, I don't think Sarah went over to Europe and said, listen up, I got big boobs and tits, so you know what, let's parade and let's make a career out of this. That's not what happened, you know what I mean? So if Kimmy K maybe lent herself to that opinion, then, I mean, like I said, she is just voluntarily doing the same thing, but we cannot say that Sarah at the time was voluntarily doing what she was doing back here in Europe, because how she passed away or how she died, and I mean, it was like, impoverished death. If Kimmy K was to pass away tomorrow, it's not because, I mean, she didn't have food on her table or the natural basic needs. I mean, she had more than that, So in terms of like how the friends is happening, I mean, we have to look in it deeper than what it is. I mean, we have to, as black communities, have to either promote our own people rather than just wait until somebody else either compare themselves with the history of our people, and then we get emotional. I mean, we have to look in a logical sense. I mean, what are we doing with this kind of legacy? I mean, do we make documentaries about it? Do we, see it in a positive way? Or do we just wait until another community come on board and then just, say what they want to say, compare or take what they want to take from it? And then we left into this emotional rut, you know what I mean? So that's just my 2 cents on it. The whole concept of, anyone was to compare with her, then you have to take on also the legacy that comes with it. She was a slave. She wasn't treated as equal. She was literally at a freak show, you know what I mean? She wasn't, like I said, at no gala, no red carpet treatment and sitting around fine dining and eating, you know what I mean, any kind of fancy food, maybe in France or anywhere else in Europe she was. So let's put it into perspective. I mean, you have to compare what can be compared. And I mean, every day, I mean, you can see women who go a natural and then they want to come back and compare with the natural. So I think the moment you lose your natural, then you should never compare with the natural. That's just my point. So like I said, if you think Kimmy K is qualified enough to compare with this woman of the past, then leave your comment in the comment section below. And if you think they have something in common in general, then leave your comments below and we can discuss it some more. So like I said, like always, think outside of the box. Peace.